All right. Grindhouse Podcast on location. Anthony James, Chad Sherman
Hello, Anthony James.
joining us today while we wait for our for my partner to get here because he decided he wanted to work.
Hey,
I
gotta pay the bills somehow.
Gotta pay the bills, man. So, big event here, man. We got about 40, 50 people reserved RSVP here at Yard Dog Murphy here in Murphy, Texas, man. So, Chad, I mean, let's start with here because obviously we're here on location. We've used it last 2 years. We've been here. Tell me what this partnership means to us right now.
Well, it's outstanding. Just place to watch the draft first and foremost. I think that Tim and his staff does a really great job of giving back to the community. They sponsor a lot of events outside of this one. And this partnership has been just awesome. It's a great place, great food, great staff, and they do a really good job of accommodating what we need. They're always open to help out local businesses. So we really appreciate the folks here at Yard Dogs and Murphy's.
Well, listen, I'm glad that they opened their doors up. I know that they've opened the doors up to me personally with the Coach Gold's Coaches Show they have.
Outstanding.
And all that good stuff. Got the draft getting ready to start. We got the intro coming in. Obviously, we're recording right now, so you guys can see it later.
Yeah.
You guys will know what happened when we know what happened. But,
that's right.
Bears. What are we looking at for the Bears this year? I'm not looking for anything hopeful because we've been a Lions.
Well, you're a Lions fan.
I can't deal with that again. But
that's true. We both don't like the Packers or the Vikings. Yes, we can agree on that.
Yes, we definitely, especially the Packers.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what do you feel like the Bears need this year from?
Trenches.
I think
I'll take anybody in the trenches. Left tackle, center, D tackle, DN, trenches.
All right, we go trenches, man. I know that we need DN, we need pass rush help, offensive line help.
Everybody does.
I think everybody needs that.
Yeah.
You can't have enough big bodies, man. So, we got a few of our sponsors here.
Absolutely.
So let's obviously let's let everybody know who's here, who's been kind of helping us up with this new transition in Grindhouse.
Right. Well, we've got Mike from Mo Better Designs. He just did a great job on our website. We just released that this week. So fully HTML for all you nerds out there, completely custom. So we're really excited about that. So Mike's here. We'll maybe get him on a little bit later. We just signed up with the orthopedic specialist of Dallas, Dr. Patel's office. They just came on a sponsor this week.
Oh, wow.
So they're here. Dennis from his shop is here. So we'll be looking forward to that interview with him just a little bit later. We've got mental Matt here. He's our mental health specialist. We'll be releasing that program tonight, unveiling it. He drove all the way down from Illinois with his son, Lane, who is a Division III basketball player at Milliken in Decatur, Illinois. So we'll probably have both of them on here. Of course, Shane from Restore right across the parking lot is going to be available to talk to you a little bit later to talk about all the core services they have at Restore. Man, we've got Louis Passat here. You just did that great podcast with him this week. Former Rams defensive tackle. Aaron Donald's back up. Evangelist. He's in the building, so excited about that. Man, I don't know who else we have here. We've got 7 or 8 more sponsors that are just kind of hanging around. We've got a fully automated draft game that's fun. You get to pick the first 12 picks of the draft. Whoever wins that's going to get a nice prize. We got a Steve Weatherford autographed jersey here that we're going to be raffling off. So we're trying to do it right here at Yard Dogs and Murphy.
Listen, we elevate.
That's right.
Obviously, last year we were just starting off and we had fun, but definitely elevating the draft game.
Yeah, I think Valor Tech's going to come out. They're a drone company out of East Texas, so we may have some drones floating around here in a little bit.
All right.
I know.
Camera.
Yeah,
they'll probably get me.
They'll probably get you.
So
I know our friends over at True Ride Golf Carts. They can't be here tonight. They're up in Colorado doing a ministry event, but they send their love.
Okay. So tell us about, because we haven't had it. I know we have the commercial during the podcast, and since they're not here,
yeah,
give us a little bit about True Ride.
Yeah, it's my buddy Matt Flynn owns True Ride. They're a mom pop golf cart shop. Their big thing is lithium conversions on their batteries. So that's what they specialize in. Matt's been in the golf cart industry for 20 years. Super good guy. Customer service oriented. He lives over in the Princeton area. So really happy to have them on board as a gold partner.
Sounds good. Looks like Terrell just pulling up finally, probably sweaty and been yelling all day long.
Yeah.
So
Here's Valor Tech. They're in the house. I see they're just rolling in.
okay, well, and Valortech. So they said they just signed on with. So what is Valortech? What's the specialty with Valortech? Got the drones?
So Valor Tech does drone and marketing videos. So all those like the Marine Corps videos, the dramatic guys coming out of the smoke with the Rangers flying out of the helicopters, they do all that kind of video production. So happy to have them on. They've done a few videos for us in the past couple months, but it's been a really cool opportunity that we've had to feature our kids. And ultimately, that's the main thing, to get these kids out, get exposure. Maybe we'll have a couple of them come on the mic here in a little bit just to get them some reps.
Yeah, definitely got to get the talking reps. So for you personally, because obviously, you've been around, I want to spend a couple of years now, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years now. So what has this meant to you personally with seeing the growth and being a part of the growth, and obviously being a vital part of helping him revitalize the business and things like that as well?
Yeah, I think if you don't have a strong foundation, it's really hard to have success in any type of business. Mm-hmm. So having that, helping Terrell build that foundation and getting Grindhouse in a state of automation and bringing it more into the next century of how this AI component's going to work has been great. I really enjoy waving at Terrell when he walks by in my interview. And then I really enjoy the seeing the kids on their signing days.
Yeah.
Knowing that I was a small piece of the puzzle that allowed them to get the training to get to the next level. Because really the goal for me is to set them up to be good individuals. I mean, the athletic component is great, but as we all know, you play the end game sometimes sooner, sometimes later. And if we can develop these kids as good human beings and get them educated and get them in a situation where they can succeed, I think that's the number one goal. And seeing a kid getting a free ride to go to college and pursue their dreams athletically is a really cool way to be able to experience this side of what I do from the operations standpoint with Grindhouse.
I think that's important for parents and people to hear, is not necessarily feeling like, and again, all kids don't go to college. And I want to make sure, and that's always not everybody's journey athletically, right? Their journey, but just the work ethic that comes with it, and the things and parents getting the chance to see their kids perform at their highest level. Their highest level. Sometimes, again, we're human. We know that everybody's not LeBron James.
That's right.
everybody can't be LeBron James.
I mean, I got you through junior high baseball. That was about it for me.
And that was your athletic peak. Hey, I'm sure you tried your best.
Hey, too many broken bones.
Listen, speaking of broken bones, how's Axel been doing, man?
He's good.
I'm going to listen because I know
back to 4 days. That's why I'm glad we got Dr. Patel's office here, because I'm there about 3 times a year, so probably pay for their sponsorship. But
we need Axel to make sure that this year
no injuries. Praise God.
Him on the field the whole year.
That's right.
That's the plan. On the field the whole year. So
but it's super cool, man, to be able to just be a small part of it, and to see how, if we all work together instead of trying to compete, that we can build something cool like we're doing today at Backyard Murphy.
Well, I know Shane has to get ready to leave here in a minute, so I'm trying to see the draft begins in about 10 minutes, so we still got time before that starts. But
we got that fully automated draft game. Is pretty sweet though. I give it up to Mike at Mo Better Designs. He built this dashboard that you plug all your picks in, and then there's a leaderboard just like you would see if you're gambling online or whatever. It kind of gets you that. So we got some prizes, we got some goodies, we got some people rolling in. So excited to be here at Backyard Murphy. Thank you, Am, for all the work that you do as well. I know it's a lot of behind the scenes and a lot of, not so fun editing and doing all that and making sure all the pieces are put together. So I want to honor you for that as well.
We want it to be done correctly.
Correct.
And that's the one thing, is that we're all striving for progress and not perfection right now. And if we got the perfection, then we wouldn't need each other.
That's right.
So we're gonna keep working, keep going. We're gonna try to get a few people on here. We'll be back here with you guys in just a moment.
See you.
Let's go for sponsors. All right, we're back, guys. Got Shane Land from Restore in Murphy. How you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. How about you guys?
You know what? Draft day,
Hey,
big day for a lot of kids, especially
absolutely.
you know, when you see these type of kids, and again, you got the kids that come in and they're replenishing their bodies and things like that. Do you ever have like a message for some of those guys as far as like, you know, when it comes to just, you know, what they're looking for at that next
Sure.
level and how your business helps them?
Yeah, sure, man. You know, I wish when we were young that we had access to some of these tools. There's nothing like recovery, man. I mean, you can train all day, you can improve your game, your sport, but if you're not recovering, you're never going to advance to the next level that you need to be at. So we just stress all the time, man. Recovery is an integral part of your training. And so, yeah, we encourage people, hey, come in, make it a part of your regular, you know, you train, you recover, you train, you recover. There's no skipping one or the other if you're going to continue to improve.
So for yourself, how did I'm going to say recovery become a big part of your life? I'm guessing you're a fit gentleman, so I'm guessing that you do a little bit of working out, things like that. But how did you come to know that recovery was just as important as the training?
Yeah, no, I learned the hard way. Like I said, we didn't have access to these tools when I was young, and I never slowed down, man. I went hard in high school, played every sport I could, carried over a little bit to college, and I said, you know what, I'm not going to stop now just because I'm getting older. And but my body said something different. Yeah. Yeah, I started learning. I started doing cryotherapy in 2008. Back when it was kind of taboo, people said, "What are you doing, man?" I mean, it's not that different than when we were kids. We did have access to ice baths, right? So I said, well, this seems a little bit smarter. I'm staying dry. I'm not chattering my teeth as bad. So, so I was introduced to cryotherapy first. And then of course, after one knee surgery, I was introduced to Normatec compression and red light therapy and some of these other recovery tools. So really it was just through, hard experience that I got introduced to recovery.
So learning the hard way.
Yes, sir.
Knee surgery, things like that. So for young athletes,
yes,
things like that. And obviously, you know, for experienced athletes, a different type of recovery and things like that. Do you kind of put them on the same regimen that you do for athletes who have been 40 plus?
Oh yeah,
like
for sure. I mean, you know, hey, at the end of the day, recovery is recovery. We recover differently when we're 40 plus than we do when we're 20, but nonetheless, it's equally as important. So the regimen is going to be the same. You know, red light therapy, cryotherapy, those are going to be your number one things for inflammation, sore muscles, general aches and pains, energy levels, you know, just general recovery. So those are by far going to always be the two most common when it comes to just straight recovery. 40 plus has access to a little bit more things. We dehydrate faster. We do different things. So we have other things that we offer in our studio that caters to them more. But the recovery regimen is going to be spot on no matter what.
So I talked to Terrell a few times while he's been there. Like, hey, I'm getting an IV drip. I'll call you back. What does? Because again, someone who's a novice, not thinking of things like that. I'm thinking of IV. I'm thinking about, are you hurt?
Yeah, sure.
Like that. So what's the importance of someone that just goes in just to get an IV drip after a full day of training or helping other athletes, things like that? What is that?
Yeah, so there's pre and post when you think about an IV drip. The primary purpose of an IV drip is hydration. When you're dehydrated, what happens? You cramp, your performance suffers, you lack energy. So dehydration really just drains your performance.
Yeah.
But on top of that, we have about 25 different micronutrients that we can offer that will give you an edge, like your B vitamins that are going to give you energy, L-carnitine. We have amino blends. We have antioxidants that will help inflammation, different things. So it's what goes into the IV that aids the performance. It's the hydration by itself that really gets you on your feet and gets you moving.
And like I said, I know you said you gotta go in here in a little bit. So I know we want to let you go ahead and mingle a little bit. But
yeah.
Last question. So the partnership with Grindhouse. Obviously, there are different places that you can do a partnership when it comes to training and things like that. Probably even in the area. What do you see that with this program that's kind of just like, hey, you know, I want to keep working with guys like Terrell?
I appreciate that. I appreciate that question because Terrell has been an amazing partner. We partner with him almost since day one. What he does for the kids, what he does in the community, is what every business in the community should strive to do. He truly is a positive person to the community. and I see what he does with the kids and the way that they follow. There are a lot of choices for kids these days.
Yes.
And the way that he puts them on the path and introduces them not only to the training and the right way to live, but things like what we offer, recovery and the right way to train.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful combination. So we're very proud to be partners with Grindhouse.
Listen, I know obviously we'll see a lot of each other. I've had the commercial inside of the podcast.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Making sure that we keep you there, keep everything on the forefront. I want to thank you for joining me
Yeah.
for a little short moment. Let you get out here and mingle, draft, get ready to start.
Yeah.
They're booing Goodell already.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It should be a fun night, man.
It will.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back here in a minute. All right, we're back. Grindhouse Draft Party. We got a long distance traveler here today.
Yeah.
Matt Toman of Mental Metal. Excuse me.
Yep. Mental metal coaching.
There we go. Mental Metal Coach. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing well. It's a
Good.
beautiful out here.
Now, do you come to Texas often? Is this
Not at all.
okay? This is not the first time.
It did honestly. I'm fairly well traveled
Uh-huh.
over my 50 years, and this is the first time I've set foot in Texas.
Really?
I know, which is like I feel like it's always been a glaring.
So we moved to Austin when we moved to Texas.
Yeah.
And our mindset was, hey, I'm going to walk into Texas, and it's going to be horses,
Yeah.
cowboy hats, and then you realize
I knew better.
Yeah.
I knew better than that. But
No, I'm talking about. Listen, I
I
did
got
that
you.
25. I did.
yeah, no, I knew better than that.
Uh-huh.
But that wouldn't bother me if it was. So
We've seen it too. Our first day too. It's like
Yeah.
on the side of the road, but
yeah.
welcome to Texas.
Yeah,
man.
well,
So-
thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, tell me, how did you connect with Terrell?
Through Chad. So I'm from the Central Illinois area, and Chad is originally from the Central Illinois area. So he kind of saw some of my stuff and said, hey, I think this could be a good fit. I do a podcast, the Mental Metal Podcast, all talking about the mental side of sports. And he said, man, I think I got a guy, Terrell, that would be really good on the show. Terrell and I chatted on the show, and one thing led to another. And they said, hey, this is, we do this performance training for athletes. We'd really like to add, a mental component to it. And there you go.
So for yourself, what was obviously, we talked a little bit, said,
Yeah.
I'm going to say former educator, but
Yeah.
I don't think you ever stopped being an educator.
No, you don't. It's kind of it's something that you are. Yeah, I agree.
So what was the aha moment that this is needed?
I think I've always kind of known it, that the mental part was important. What happened with me is I was working as an administrator in 2020, and in
right.
Illinois, it was a little different than in Texas here. We were very mitigated, very shut down. And it's a long story, but 2020, not only is that the year of COVID and all that, I was diagnosed with testicular cancer, fought that, dealt with that, didn't really handle it well, all the anxiety and the stress that comes with cancer and trying to run a school during that. I ended up having an ischemic stroke. They hit me in the speech centers, which meant I had 12 to 18 months of recovery, learn how to talk and write again. That comes with its own special brand of anxiety. I really struggled with that. Started having some PTSD, some anxiety attacks. They hooked me up with a therapist who worked with positive psychology. And it was like a light bulb for me. Really started to change the way I processed the world and dealt with some of the stress that I was having. And loved it. Went and got my certification on being a coach because coaching uses that same positive psychology. And as soon as I got my certification, I said, I need to go back and take this back to the world of athletics that I just left, because I could see how much it can help, not just somebody who'd been through a really rough time like me, but athletes, coaches, educators. I was like, I wish I'd have known this stuff when I was, leading athletes, leading coaches. So that's what I did. So I went back and have a look back.
So I have a question. It's going to sound personal, and I don't want.
I don't mind it. I'm an open book, man.
I'm one of these people who believe in purpose.
Yes.
and especially going through what you went through.
Yeah.
And especially, and me and Terrell talked this week about the word rock bottom.
Yep.
And a lot of people they deal with it within drugs and things like that.
Yep.
But everybody has a different type of rock bottom. Do you
Yeah.
feel that going through that type of preparation helped you find your purpose?
Oh, there's no way around it. I mean, I feel like God put me. I mean, we ask for things from God, and then He like says, "Oh, well, then we're going to put you through this to make sure it happens." Right? Like He didn't just give you these. So this idea of purpose that I have now, but I know that I had to get that switch to take something that happened to me and turn it into something that happened for me.
Yes.
Right. And once I did that, then like I know I'm here talking to you because these things happen. Every time I go into a school and I do professional development with coaches, or every time I work with an athlete that's struggling, I know I'm doing that because this happened. Right. And I don't know, I would never wish for the things that happened to me to happen to you. Right. But on some level, I'm kind of happy. I'm glad it did. Right. So, yeah, I agree. That's not too personal at all. I speak that all the time. Yeah.
So for athletes who are at their high, we're not gonna say they're at their peak because a lot of athletes don't know that they're at their peak.
They don't.
When they're going through it.
They don't.
But when they reach that peak, they reach that they're on that decline. How do you, as a mental health coach, help them with it being not a steep decline, but I can't even call it a soft decline.
Yeah. So you're talking about like towards the end of because we get that a lot, and it happens for everybody at a different level. Like some kids might find that at the end of high school, or even or at the end of college. I think that the most important thing there is helping them understand that they have an identity beyond the sport. That has to happen while they're still in the sport. So I think some of the healthiest athletes I know are the kids that, and not just kids, but adults that are like, yeah, I play basketball, or yeah, I play football, but that's not what I am.
Yes.
Right. And some of the culture is like, well, that's not what I want. I want them to, well, it's not the most mentally healthy to have an individual that's like that. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, some of our most famous athletes are results of that's what they are. And then when they move away from it, we see a lot of problems. We don't have to go far into the news to see that, right?
You have your Junior Seau.
We see our I mean, it's got to be what's part of what's going on with Tiger, right? Like, what is he when he's not a golfer?
Yeah, and he's just a man, and you get treated as such, but you've never been treated as
That's
just
correct.
a man.
That's correct. So we don't want that for individuals, right?
Okay.
So I got to try to help them understand that they have an identity beyond the sport.
All right. So and I'm asking my last question, and then I'll ask you a little bit more about, about the business, things like that. But for parents, because I feel like a lot of times it's not always just the athletes that's going through it. It's the parents who are, I pushed you. This is all you are. This not all you are, excuse me, but this is what we fought to do. How does being a mental health coach help with the parent side of that as well?
Well, and the unfortunate answer to this is the parents show up and they're like, hey, my kid needs this, and I'm going to put my kid through this. And I know that, well,
we all
I know it. Listen, I know where it's coming from, and I need to help you. And I put materials out there for the parents as well, because what you focus on at home, whether you mean it or not, is what's going through their head when they play, when they do things. So the same things that I talk to an athlete about just the idea of making sure we learn to focus on the controllables and focus what's controllable, what's not. That has to be part of what the parents are having when they have the conversation on the car ride home or around the dinner table, which means we don't worry about whether or not we win or lose, which is because that's not overly controllable, right? We have to make sure that we're focusing on the effort I'm putting in, my attitude, my communication, those equal wins and ultimately, but we have to make sure that those three things, our attitude, our communication, and our effort, are really the only things we talk about. Because if you're worried about the refs, if you're worried about the coach, if you're worried about these things, kids know they can't control that, and that gives them anxiety, because they're like, this matters to my mom and dad, but I can't fix it. Well, they're gonna feel stressed over that. So, yeah.
Well, that's it. We'll talk more next week when we talk. I mean,
Yeah.
as you can see, I'm
Listen,
definitely
I know. I can talk about this all day, but that, again, when we talk about that purpose that I have from it, that breeds passion with it. So, yeah, I will talk all day about this
Well,
stuff.
listen, next week when we get together, and we'll talk a lot more about that, because I definitely want to dive into it.
Absolutely.
So, Matt, I appreciate you for joining us, stopping in. Welcome
Fantastic.
to Texas. Hopefully, listen, we want to find some good barbecue. Let me know. Don't let them tell you where it is.
Well, Chad took me today to Link.
Okay, it was decent.
That was pretty good.
Decent.
But I'm always up for
How long
more.
you here?
I'm here a few days.
Okay, I might point you with some directions.
You point all you way.
They're not paying us right now, so I'm not gonna say it on
I
live.
got you. I got you.
All right,
I got
man.
you.
Well,
Thank
all
you.
right, we'll be back in just a minute. All right, Grindhouse Podcast. We're back. We have Dennis DeLeon from Dr. Kushal Patel's office. How you doing, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
I'm good, man. So, obviously, guys sometimes get athletes on their worst days.
A lot of the times,
a lot of
yeah.
their worst days. So, talk about how you got into it yourself, and you know how it feels with trying to get athletes back on the right track.
Yeah. So myself, my background is I played a lot of sports growing up. A lot of the people that we have in our clinic and throughout our company have played sports. We had one person who was a Division I basketball player. So a lot of us have experienced injuries in the past. For myself, right when I got out of the military, lifting weights hurt my back. Decided, you know what, this is something that I want to pursue. I rehab my back. My wife said, why don't you go into physical therapy? You know, you seems like you really like doing this, and it's been just physical therapy ever since.
All right.
Yeah.
So, how many years is that so far for you?
So I graduated about 5 years ago, and I've been with OSD since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me what it's like working. So obviously, Dr. Patel, one of our partners here with Grindhouse. So tell me what it's like working for him right now.
You know what? With Dr. Patel, his big thing is he wants to serve their community, and people will tell you that they love the community, but this is his community. You know, his kids are going to go to high schools here. With myself and him and a lot of the individuals that work here, Wiley is our home.
Yes.
I live about 5 minutes away from here, so my kid will eventually be going to Wiley High School. Because we love the community so much, we want to take care of them. And that's one thing that I think sets Dr. Patel and our clinic apart. Like, we want to see all the schools here do well and the kids get back to where they want, because we've experienced injuries before, like I said, and back in the day, it was rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
Now it's, hey, we have the resources, so let's make it happen.
Right. So obviously serve the community, and let's talk about the partnership that you guys are having with Grindhouse right now. Because again,
Yeah.
I feel like not that's really what Terrell's kind of hanging his hat
Yeah.
on, but from the community here in Wiley. Is that kind of one of those things that kind of stood out with
It is
with that
definitely
relationship?
probably the biggest thing that stood out. I heard about Grindhouse a while ago from one of our coworkers, and he was saying, hey, there's this guy who wants, these younger athletes to train the correct way so they're not getting injured. Back in the day, there wasn't so much all this information out there. It was just go out, play your sport. If you get hurt, like I said, rub some dirt on it. But there wasn't that training that needed to be present. So, I think they're focusing on taking care of the kids before they get injured. And I think that's a big deal. Preparing them for the future is also one of the biggest things with us.
So tell me, for his business
Yeah.
and what you guys do. Obviously, we're on two different ends of the spectrum. How important is it to have that partnership with the trainer
Yeah.
to ensure, obviously, that you guys aren't that busy that day?
Yeah, for sure. Well, for us, I think one of the biggest things is you're looking at it from the beginning to the very end of it, right? We don't want student athletes to get injured, right? If we can count on our partnerships to make sure that the athletes are in the best shape that they can be, it limits injuries. But if there is that accident where they do get injured, come to us. We'll take care of you. We'll rehab you back the way that you need, and then get you back into that system of, hey, I'm making you stronger. I'm making you better. because everyone's got goals. Everyone wants to play at the next level. And if you don't, we just want to make sure that, you're still a functioning human being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask a crazy question because
Yeah.
it's not really that crazy. All right, most common injury that you see coming to the office.
We see a lot of ACLs. ACLs, yeah. Big one. We see a lot of labor repairs for younger athletes too. But ACL meniscus is a big one. Yeah.
And so the reason I asked that question because for the athletes that are out here and they're watching,
Yeah.
parents that are watching, what are some of the things that they can do that I shouldn't say prevent because things will happen, things like that,
Yeah.
but preventative measures when it comes to those.
Oh
types of
yeah.
things.
Making sure that you're strong, that you are mobile, because a lot of the times these injuries happen if, at the end of the sessions, end of games, you're playing real hard, working your hardest to try to get to an advantage over the other team. Muscles break down. So the best thing you can do, work on strength, stability, and endurance.
Would you say that's kind of what the importance of why training matters because now your endurance is there,
Yeah.
your strength is there, and you kind of built up that muscle memory.
Yes, sir. I heard someone before, and it was a quote. It was not mine, so I'm not that smart. So, but it was someone that was saying physical therapy is just training after you have injured yourself.
Yeah.
So, I think it goes hand in hand with Grindhouse and orthopedic specialist Dallas, where that on that end there's no injuries, but when they're injured, come to us, and then we'll train you to get back to it.
All right, well, Dennis, listen, I
Good.
appreciate you stopping in for us. If you happen to get hurt, people, we don't want you to get hurt, but if you do, make sure you go see Dennis at Dr. Patel's office here in Wiley. It's in Wiley.
It's in Wiley.
It's
It's,
in
right
Wiley.
across the street from the high school.
Okay.
You can't miss it.
All right. Well, Dennis, I appreciate you joining us.
I
Stopping in
appreciate
for me. All right. And we'll be back in just a minute.
Been married.
It'll be 20 years this year.
Congrats, man.
25.
Wow.
Well, high school.
You guys got kids?
We got 4. So 21, 18, 10, and 7. There we go.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned that on the podcast.
Yeah.
You got a good.
They're good together.
Yeah.
It already started? Okay, well, we already started. We're talking about my kids right now. Lewis, man, we just talked yesterday, but now we're friends, fast friends, man. So, how are you enjoying this community event today, man? The Grindhouse Draft Party. Man?
Yeah, this is awesome, man. I haven't had something like this, so I think just Terrell setting this up and training the kids, and then bringing them to a place where just community, man, and just meeting some great people. Yeah, it's encouraging hearing testimonies and meeting people. It's awesome.
So when it comes to obviously we talked about the type of work that you do, and I should say the type of work that you do. We talked about who you are, and when it comes to getting to an event like this and a function like this, and you're saying all the different people that are here, what does it do for your spirit?
I think it's just encouragement. I think, I think really it's just encouraging, meeting people. I don't tend to go like too deep with people. So like, I guess just hearing people's stories and seeing aspirations and just seeing people's young athletes and their dreams. I think it's encouraging. I didn't have this, so I think that's something I would have liked to have. I see these young kids training together. I was telling Terrell, I'm like, I didn't have this growing up. I started training like this when I got at Iowa, and I remember my first training there. I was the last one completing my workout. The teammates were surrounding me, cheering me on, and I remember I was dead the next day. I was so sore. My only training I got in high school was basketball court, and that was my conditioning and agility.
And
So-
lifting weights probably that was it probably for us. Probably the same type of training. If I
Yeah, so I think it's cool, and I think even the sponsored yard dogs and just being supportive of the community, bringing the community together, bringing people together, like-minded people, man. Life's about connections and building up other people and doing life together. And I think, in a way, this is kind of like, people are not going to call it this, but I think this is church. It's just, hey, meeting people where they're at, sharing our stories, and if someone needs encouragement, man, it's just showing the love of Jesus. I have opportunities to talk to people and share my testimony, what the Lord's done in my life. And we're using sports as an avenue. That's what I see. So I don't know if that answered the question.
No, it did, because again, it's kind of the same thing we kind of talked yesterday, where sports is more of a vessel. It should be more of a vessel, not who you are. So it shouldn't be your identity, but it should be a means to being able to communicate and be amongst people and really be able to either share your story or uplift people, or if it's used the right way. We know sports sometimes isn't always used the right way. So for yourself, when it comes to just watching sports and things like that right now, are you still a big football fan? That's the question.
I'm not. No, man. So I went through the season right when I got hurt. My career ended. I was kind of bitter, resentful. So for about a year or two, I didn't really watch. You know, I would see guys on TV and I'd be like, oh, I'm better than them. You know, I should be out there. It was pain and hurt. And then eventually I encountered the Lord and he freed me and changed my life. And then I met some people at church I was attending. This was back in like 2020, 2021. And they did fantasy draft. So I was like, yeah, let's compete with them, you know, some pastors. And I'm like, sure, you know. So I did that. And I have an addictive personality or very competitive. So I was like, man, this is kind of taking a lot of my time. And I said, you know what? I got to let this go. It's kind of an idol.
Yeah.
And I think about since 2023, man, I've just been, I kind of glance, you know, if I'm in an event or if I see it on TV.
Watch it and be fine with it.
And if there's a time, maybe it's a Sabbath day. For me, like, if I'm taking a Sabbath, which is typically my Monday, and I'm home and a Monday night game is on, I'll probably watch it if I have TV, but I don't have TV. I'm barely on social media. It's just kind of the season the Lord has me in.
Got you.
And
so
yeah.
was there another sport? Because again, I know a lot of times with athletes, when I talk to a lot of athletes, they don't watch their main sport. Or what was there another sport growing up that you're like, no, I really love that?
Basketball, hands down. Chicago, Michael Jordan.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, enough said. For all of those even watching, if you even mention LeBron and Jordan in the same sentence, that's you're already sinning. So Jordan's the greatest, and in my opinion, he's always going to be the greatest. There's bias, obviously, there, but
yeah. Again, I grew up in that era of. I mean, I was born in '84, so you know that's what I grew up watching. Definitely have an appreciation for great players and the work. You've seen the work of great players and the amount of sacrifice that they have to put into it. So, and speaking of the word sacrifice, I mean, I think that's a lot of times what kind of goes on is that what they're sacrificing in order to be great, things like that. So, yeah, I'm going on a tangent myself right there. So, all right, I hope you guys go and watch the interview that me and Lewis did yesterday. It was supposed to be 30 minutes, so we talked for almost an hour, but it was really good. So, Lewis, man, I appreciate you jumping on with me, just coming in, saying hello. I'm going to let you go ahead and fellowship. I'm trying to get as many people in as I can before I get ready to get my stuff out of here. So, I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, man. God bless you, man.
God bless you, man. I'll see you guys here in a second.
Sound good.
All right, and we back. Grindhouse Podcast, Anthony James. Terrell Washington, man.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. We was running behind because you wanted to go to work.
I had to go home and I was on the train before all of this, man. So I had to
go to work, man.
I had to freshen up, man.
All right, man. Look around, man. I don't say nothing yet.
Hey, man.
You don't say nothing yet. Just look around. Look to your right. And look straight ahead. Look to your left. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was me, you, TJ, and Ant.
Yeah.
And on the field in Burnett.
Yep.
Now look straight ahead again. Look to your left. Look straight ahead. Now look to your right. What have you built? Because it's been hard.
Yeah.
You had hard days. You had hard things that happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what have you built?
I'm building family, man. I'm building community. I'm building a program that's going to be around for a while. Not just temporary, but it's going to be a legendary impact on the community. It's going to be something that kids and parents going to feel safe coming to and being a part of. So I'm just grateful, man. Grateful and thankful for just the community trusting what I do, but also just the love that I get back from the community as well, man. So I'm just like grateful is something that I can really say that I am. And I'm looking around, I'm looking at almost 100 some people here, man, which is, it's definitely a blessing, bro. Real talk.
I wanted you to sit down and sit in the moment because I know you want to mingle and all that stuff. But the one thing that we don't get a chance to do is actually sit in the moment and just say thank you a lot of times
Yeah.
because we're always moving.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say this on air because I never said this to you. I appreciate the friendship that we've had.
I appreciate you.
Obviously, with our sons and how easy it's been for them, how easy it's been for our wives, how natural it has been.
Yeah.
For those things. So I appreciate, you being the man that you are. And I appreciate you sharing the failures with me. A lot of people aren't that vulnerable to share those things with not just with a lot of people keep that inside.
Yeah.
I want to ask you this. The things that have made you who you are. From the NFL through business, through jobs. Remember, I've been there.
Yeah.
What has that prepared you for right now going forward?
For right now and going forward, man, I think the failures really help evolve me to that level, understanding that everything don't have to go right all the time. I think it's good to fail because you learn from if you take those failures and really learn from them, they're important because you can't just take it and just point the finger. You have to take it and absorb it and understand that the things that you go through is for a reason and it's for building you as an individual person. But it also put that fire underneath in your belly to a point where you don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
So I say from not liking that feeling to me understanding that I went through something it was critical, that I lost. Like we talk about all the time, like this would never happen if I would have never got fired. You know what I mean? Like that failure.
It's not a failure at that point. It's a failure at the time.
Yeah, it was a failure at the time, but in reality, it was not a failure. It was something that I had to go through in order to understand the process and the direction God had upon my life. You know what I mean? Like if I would have looked at it in a negative back then, because I remember Mark Fuller, my mentor, my business mentor, he's like, "Hey man, great job," and I'm like, "What you mean great job? I got a mortgage, I got this, I got that." But in reality, he saw something in me that I didn't see in myself. And that's what community looks like, man. We're talking about he's in our community. He's poured into me. But also in my mind, it's not that I lost. It was I gained, but I needed time to think and figure things out and really be able to move forward in life. And I'm just grateful for the people that I have in my life because without you and your family, man, like you were a listening ear for me. You know what I mean? Like every time we talk, you were a listening ear for me. So that helped me be able to process the things that I'm going through, not feeling alone in a lot of stuff that I did. That's why I didn't mind being vulnerable. Like I'm an open book anyway, but I feel that if I'm able to express the way I feel or what I'm going through in life with people that I trust and that's part of my family now, it shouldn't be anything we hold back from one another. I think that's what family is supposed to be for, is to be able to communicate, talk about failure, talk about successes and things like that in life, where I'm just grateful just to have the people in my circle that I have in my circle. And for what's to come, man, like
we don't have to give them everything. We can have
we gonna give a little bit. We gonna for what's to come, man. All I gotta say, if you got internet, go to www.grindhousesports.com and look at the development and things that's happening with our alumni, with the kids that are coming from our program. Go to our sponsorship page where you see the top tier sponsors that's on there. Like we got really good.
And we're back again. Yeah, technical difficulty. It happens.
It happens all the time, man.
So, obviously we got our own story. And I feel like we'll dive back into that again.
Okay.
As far as that. So looking forward, obviously all the sponsors are here and things like that. What's some things you're trying to do while they're in town, especially while Matt's Matt's in town and things like that? How are you trying to connect with them while we have everybody all in one place?
Well, one of the things I was trying to do, one of the things I am doing is basically bringing and letting people meet me, right? Because it's kind of difficult when you see a guy online and you don't really know who he is. But the opportunity for us is really to get him to mingle with the clients and to talk to him and really get to understand and know who he is. just having that comfortability with the clients and knowing, hey, I'm here to help. If anything you need, just let me know. And I'm part of the family. I'm part of the Grindhouse family. That's very important for us to have something Matt on our staff, and but also our Matt as a family member with Grindhouse Sports. So it works great.
All right. And while we're here, since we got everybody here, let's talk about the team. Because we don't get a chance to talk about everybody all at once. Obviously, we brought up Chad a little bit. Chad, Lindsey, Mike. So let's talk about the team a little bit, man, and get on their flowers a little bit. So they probably be unexpected to hear this tomorrow.
I mean, so part of the team, we got like 5 or 6 moving parts to the team. We got we got Anthony James that's over here doing the podcast. We got Chad that's our CEO, COO, who does all the operation work, communication with everybody, making sure everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. We have Lindsey as our admin. Lindsey really takes care of the client, making sure all the clients are on point and on task, things that needs to get done, new sign-ups, a lot of things that goes behind the scenes that a lot of people don't really know. Because what usually happen is the clients will call me, and I'm like, I'm in the training mode right now, so it's great to be able to have somebody to upload that to. Mike, our web designer, it's our second website that we've worked on these last year or two. So we changed up the website. We got new functionality to it, really smooth, really crystal clear understanding of what we focus on here at Grindhouse Sports. It's been great. Man, we got AC, our new strength and conditioning trainer that's part of the program, and he's doing an awesome job. Just me and him together, bro. We got like almost 60-something years of experience just being able to work with young athletes. So I'm totally excited. About that processing. Just having somebody that knows what they're doing, they don't have to overlook or look over their shoulder. But we got a lot more stuff to come, which is good. We got some good things happening in the midst, and I'm just grateful for just the support and the families. I hope I didn't leave on anybody.
If so, what charge should go to your head, not your heart.
And not my heart, because right now I'm just going off of what we have. But overall, man, our sponsors, everything coming together, our camps, our free camps, our training days that we're having. If you're not or had not had an opportunity to come to one of our free training days, you need to come, because it's going to kind of give you an opener for what you haven't seen before, because it's different. It's going to be exciting, but it's going to be hard, but it's going to be also, a lot of kids say it's fun. So that's the stuff that we do here. Some of the things that we do here is just, we like to have fun. We like to engage and do fun activities outside of sports. So that's why I say, when you're part of Grindhouse, you're part of a family. So I used to always say it's part of the Grindhouse family, and I think the community love it. The kids love it. And me, first of all, I love it. Like, my heart smiles a lot, man, when I see everybody get together and do things that's outside of the box and come together with us. So I'm super excited about that.
All right. Oh, well, we're getting told to wrap this up so y'all can do the raffle.
Yep.
So,
all right,
so I'm done with it.
All right.
Yeah. All right, guys. So,
I appreciate
Grindhouse
it.
Podcast.
Yes.
We Training day. Let them know.
Training day. So training day is Saturday the 25th, and we got like 3 spots on our site. I want to say one is at 11, one is at 1, and one is at 2:30 for our strength and conditioning. We have like 15 spots available. So if you're going to come, please go ahead and sign up. Do not wait to sign up or trying to see what your schedule look like. Sign up, and then if you don't come, it's fine. We'll follow up with another email on the next training that we have. So go to our website, www.grindhousesports.com, get signed up, or go to our Facebook page or on our Instagram or Twitter page. You will see the information on there. Just get signed up, come out, support, have fun, learn something new, so that we can go out there and show you what we are capable of doing with your athlete.
All right. With that, we're out of here. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.